Hey, Filipe here, and welcome to another video. Today I will be focused on fear. How can we face and eliminate fear in a very effective way in a very short period of time? Now, just to be clear, the way we face fear, and for those of you that know me, you know that I help professionals and I help people to become fearless of public speaking or to face and eliminate fear from public speaking by going through a very specific process. But the reality is we can face all different types of fears in the exact same way. And this is powerful. That's why I want to share this video, because based in my learning, by being coached by other people, by my own experience throughout all these years, and reading as well, putting it all together, I was able to design a very effective method that I use with my clients to make them face and eliminate fear in a very strategic, in a very effective way in a very short period of time. Now, the exact same process I use to eliminate fear in public speaking can be used to eliminate fear in anything. And one source I want to share with you where I learned something that I applied into my strategy is in a book. The name of the book is The Magic of Thinking Big. This is a phenomenal book, and again, I like to share where I learned from as well, for you to be able to go and learn and take the own perspective and apply in your own career, in your own life. Now, this is by David Schwartz. This is a phenomenal book. The very first time I read this was 2017, and there is a specific part where he speaks about fear and how can we face fear. So I will explain a couple of things that I took from this book with David Schwartz and I applied into my own strategy in order to be extremely effective to eliminate fear. Now, in the page 61, he says here, use this two-step procedure to cure fear and win confidence. And step number one, let's write this down here. Let's write this down. Eliminate fear. Okay, here we go. How can we eliminate fear in a very effective way? One is what it says here. Isolate your fear, pin it down, determine exactly what you're afraid of. And this is very simple. So I'm going to write down here, isolate. This is extremely, extremely important. Isolate. Now, for example, let's put the fear of public speaking. Fear of public speaking is very broad. Some people fear facing the audience. Some people fear to forget about something. Some people fear to be judged. Some people fear someone in the audience raise a hand and give a question, or the Q&A period after the speech. I mean, there's all different fears inside the fear of public speaking. So you have to be extremely specific to determine exactly what you're afraid of, what do you fear. Because once you can pin it, once you can tag it, then you can be very specific on how you approach and how you will tailor strategy to be extremely effective on eliminating that fear. And then the second one, let me read it for you. Number two, then take action. There is some kind of action for any kind of fear. Now, let's put here action. Step two. Now, with my own strategy and based on my own learnings, and again, through all these years of practicing and being coached by other people, I will not say just action. I would say planned action or guided action. Okay? So obviously you want to act, but not just random action. Let's put here guided action. And let me give you a good example. Recently, I was being coached and prepared for a fight in martial arts. Now, if I'm going to just take action, I can just go and randomly practice and then go into the event and just go and fight. And obviously, most probably this would create a very negative experience. And if I was afraid or scared about fighting, by approaching this way, most probably with experience of the fight itself, I would be even more scared because I was not prepared. I did isolate my fear and I did put action on, being prepared, but not guided, not planned action. So this is one of the things I iterate in my own process with my own clients. You have to have guided action or planned action, a structure. Once you know the fear, what you're afraid of, then we have to create a very specific strategy to prepare yourself, where you go through the process, and the fear will be, or the fear loss will be a natural consequence of that same process. These two steps are honestly the only thing we must do to eliminate any type of fear in our life, any fear. One thing very important, on the isolate your fear. I see a lot of people trying to explain where the fear comes from. I'm not going to say it's not important. I'm just saying that really to eliminate your fear, or to create an approach and a strategy to effectively eliminate your fear, you don't really need to focus or explain where that fear comes from. You don't need to explain that you had a past experience back in the days, 20 or 30 years ago in the youth. You don't need to explain that you met someone that created something in you that made you believe about something. I mean, this is what I'm saying is not crucial. I see a lot of people putting a lot of effort in that. And when it comes down to eliminate the fear, wherever the fear is, all you have to do is, one, point the fear, assume I am scared about this. And number two, have someone, a coach, a mentor that will help you to eliminate that fear through a very effective process. If he's a good coach, if he's a good mentor, I mean, you'll be fine. Whatever the fear is, you will be fine. You don't need to waste your time and energy explaining where the fear comes from and why you have the fear and all of that. That's not important. You want to know what's the fear and what's the best strategy for me to eliminate that fear out of my life forever. I can say that when I was young, I would be beaten very often, so I became scared about fighting. So for 30 years I was scared about fighting. But that's not really important. When I decided to face the fear of fighting, I went to a black belt martial arts coach. I said, listen, I am scared about fighting, I want to fight. And he just planned, so I isolate the fear. I'm scared about fighting someone. So I want to face that, I want to eliminate that out of my life forever. Isolate. And then the coach itself, not me, I will just follow instructions. He created a plan and I have guided action. I just act on an insane level to make sure that I will remove this fear. As I go through the process, the fear naturally is disappearing until it's gone. I did not have to explain to my coach why I'm scared about fighting. Does that make sense? I hope the analogies that I use help you to then take the learning of the video into your own perspective. Now let me know if whatever the fear you have, what you have tried to do to eliminate that fear. Does not have to be related to public speaking, but if it is, let me know as well. If this is something that you like, please like or press that like button. Share with people that you think they are facing some fears, or they have fears that they have not faced yet, and maybe this video could help them to really understand how to eliminate that fear forever in their life. And once again, let me know what you think about questions. I'll be more than happy to reply back to you. Thank you very much. I'll see you next Thursday.